Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of Binary Stars. Thank you ever so much for joining us today. My name is Curtis.
And my name is Sunwarper. Curtis, what is Binary Stars?
Well, Binary Stars is the show where we focus on a world where less is more. We take our favorite tracks that we've been looking at over the past month, some from our Audionaut radio playlist and some just from our own heart. And we just come to the table and we just kind of share them with each other, chat some nonsense, and then talk about it.
Yeah, and this month we're excited to also share a brand new playlist, the Morning Brew Lo-Fi playlist, which is not the prototypical or typical lo-fi playlist you'd expect. It's not all just study beats with the headphones on. We've got some boom bap type stuff. We've got some more ambient IDM, things like that. Basically lo-fi in the sense of production, not necessarily just what we now ascribe to as like lo-fi beats. We'd love for you to check it out. The playlist is in the description, and we'll be covering a few of the songs on this as well.
There's been a phrase that I think you've coined that we have kind of run with over the past couple of years since we've been working together. Basically, lo-fi adjacent.
Yeah, lo-fi adjacent. Yeah.
I really vibe with that.
There you go. Well, let's call it that then. The playlist is lo-fi adjacent. Exactly. I understand the point of playlists that stick to a very specific genre and like everything has to fit that. But if you've listened to our Audionautic radio playlist, you know we don't follow that. We like to have a very loose understanding of the term because music's very subjective, and so we want to represent a large swath of music. And so for lo-fi, I don't just think of lo-fi beats. I think of lots of stuff with lo-fi if it's going through tape decks, things like that. So yeah, we want to have a little more variety in it.
Yeah, completely. The playlist itself you can find in the comments in the description box below. Go check it out. Sunwarper spent a lot of time putting it together, and it's dope. So, and I say that from a completely objective point of view.
Yeah, there's only a few of your songs in there, you know.
I don't make much lo-fi or lo-fi adjacent, as you might say. So I mean, there's Needles in there, I think, but I mean,
I've got Needles and Otica.
Yes, so we'll see.
Because I feel like you can kind of call that one lo-fi.
What, Otica?
Yeah.
I won't lie. It's a bit of a stretch when I saw it. I was like, okay, all right.
Hey, if you listen, it flows, man. That's all that matters. Because it's more about, I wanted very like upbeat but chill vibes that like when you start the day, you can pop this on, have some coffee or tea if you're drinking tea, or if you're listening in the afternoon and need a pick-me-up. You know, it's like audible coffee.
I like it. Audible coffee.
Maybe I should put that in the description. Audible coffee.
Yeah, there you go.
Or audible caffeine. Yeah. So exactly. If you see the description change from what it is now, you'll know why.
That's very good. That's what you need. So yeah, go check it out. It's always nice. If you do vibe with what we're doing, please consider subscribing and also maybe sharing, telling your mates. We are very small and we'd like to reach new people. So give us a shout if you like it.
Yeah, and on that note, this show is brought to you by our patrons who give us support to help us do what we do and do more of what we love doing. Over there's an exclusive Twitter chat, exclusive channels on our Discord, which you're all welcome to join the Discord at the link below. And then we also have an exclusive podcast, and you can also join in the video chats that we do on our weekly live stream, Audionautic Deep Space Network. So if that interests you at all, pledges start at as little as $2, and you can find it at patreon.com/audionautic.
Yeah, very good. We appreciate your support. Thank you very much. So this first section, we're taking it from the players themselves. And I think this week we are starting with you. Wouldn't that be correct? Yeah.
Yeah, and so this one is from the Morning Brew Lo-Fi playlist. And you shall see why when you hear it.
Okay. Do you want to tell us anything about it, or should we listen to it first?
No, I think we should just listen to it first.
Let's see what you be getting. So we're going to start with this. So this is the first track that's from a new lo-fi playlist. This is Balcony Nights by Slow 5.
So that was Balcony Nights by Slow Five. So yeah, it's probably pretty apparent why I chose it. It's just an instant vibe, basically. As soon as it just hops on, it's like those swung, drunken beats, and then just everything that comes from then on is just awesome.
It's a pure bop. Like it just, I can imagine. It's just like it's summer here, you know. I mean, and you're just walking down the street, just kind of strutting your stuff down the road. You've got this. You got the trumpet in your back. You've got the fully fledged trumpet, and then you got the muted trumpet, and it's just kind of like you're just vibing as you're walking down the street. Proper summer vibe. Proper summer vibe.
When that trumpet comes in, you're just like, okay, this is sick. Yeah, as if it wasn't sick enough already.
Exactly, and it's quite like I don't take it the wrong way. The idea of it being. It's well thought out. It's a well crafted composition, as in it's still got those kind of like lo-fi vibes, like you say, the drunken drums, but then the filter sweeps and stuff like that, and the loops, which is obviously where it comes from. It's very lo-fi, but it's almost like an evolved beat. You know, it's got a bit more of a vibe as opposed to 2-minute loop.
It's a little more. I don't want to say production, but it's not so beaten in like tape saturation and vinyl crackles and this and that. That's there, but it's not like overdone.
Exactly, and I think that's kind of what makes it nice in a way. Like the lo-fi, there is a lot of lo-fi, and so this is nice to see it kind of go out and to be a bit more,
Yeah,
entirely. Well, that's cool.
So what have you got?
I have bought. I have bought. I don't know. Bought. Yeah. I have bought. A track by Plaid. I think it's Plaid. I think we had this discussion before going online. That is a song called Plaid. This is
words,
also.
What a
I know.
word.
It's just. It doesn't mean nothing, does it? Really?
Yeah.
But yeah, this is one by. I'm going with Plaid because I'm English, so I'm going to go with Plaid. And it's just a nice little chilled one. I've been waking up in the morning, just kind of sticking it on my way to work, that kind of thing.
It's a good track.
And it is. It's one of those where the universe is just because I just sometimes I just hit shuffle, and it's one of those where it just keeps popping up at some point. It's like, it's just
saying
just
hi.
a bit of vibes. Exactly. So this is Dancers by Plaid. So there, that was Dancers by Played. That was my selection for the radio. And like I say, that's just been coming on randomly, and it's one that has just kind of kept stuck with me.
Have you seen the music video?
No, I have not seen.
I strongly suggest you check out the music video. It's very cool. Yeah,
I will go and do that. I'll go and do that. I just like how it really rides that line between cordant and discordant for me, and I always I always appreciate those little that boundary. I always appreciate where you can't quite tell if it's in key or off key, and they do it so well, and it's so well crafted in that sense. And to borrow your phrase, they have those schizophrenic stares.
At the end, for sure. And I love how, kind of to your point about the discordant and the calm parts, or the beauty, it starts with those really nice bell-like signs or something like that, and then slowly starts bringing the sense of unease, but those are still there, and then by the end you've just got this like crazy wall of sound. Yeah,
it's wonderful. So yeah, it's a really good one, and we're going to see more from that in a little minute. But these guys come from our Audionautic radio playlist. If you have a song that you want to have on our playlist, consider just dropping us a message.
Yeah, and both playlists are open for submissions: Morning Brew Lo-Fi and the Audionautic Radio. Audionautic Radio is on daily playlists, but the new one is not, because it's brand new, and so we're just getting started. So we would love, whether you want to submit or just want to listen, give it a like or a follow on Spotify. It helps a ton.
Very much so, yeah. So we'll move into the second half of this particular broadcast, where we basically bring our own tracks, not our own as in ones that we've written, but ones that we are just happen to be vibing with in recent times. So again, as per, we're going to start with yours. And this is somewhat linked to what we've just listened to.
Yeah.
So
that was a very cool little coincidence, because Played and the Black Dog used to do music together. The song I chose is from the Black Dog, very prolific group that make a very wide range of genres. I love their approach to music production, because they don't stick to just like one thing. They're not afraid to just change it up between releases. And their soundscapes and just their production is just so cool. I don't know, like it just sets this mood. And sometimes they'll use very few things, but you just get transplanted to this place. Played used to make music with the Black Dog as the Black Dog, and in their earlier releases you can kind of hear that playful sound that was exemplified in Dancers, but as the Black Dog went in a different direction, Played, you can hear the Black Dog got a little much more darker. Yeah, so when you listen to it, you'll see it probably doesn't sound a lot like Played, but there is a connection between the two. So this is Form, Function, and Friction from the Black Dog off the Brutal Minimalism EP.
that was Form, Function, and Friction by the Black Dog. Never heard that before, dude. Thank you for sharing.
I've just been waiting to see your reaction. I'm not gonna lie, because this was one of their newer songs, and I think what I find so compelling about their music is they do so much with so little, or what sounds like so little. You know, like only a couple of parts or something like that. But like the drums draw you in with a very interesting beat, and then there's little sounds going around you the whole time, and then they know when to bring something in and when to take something out to keep it interesting, and the bass just comes in and you're like, whoa. And it's a simple bass line, but it's two different bars. Like one does the same note 3 times and then a different note, and the other one does the root note like twice and then switches and switches. So it's like, it's just kind of changing enough while staying the same to like keep you there and just put you in this trance.
Yeah. Well, this is it. It's what I said to you. It's the first time I've heard this, and I said to you as we're going through, like, it doesn't, not much is changing, but I am fully in this, and I'm committed to where it's going, wherever it goes.
Yeah.
And that lead pad towards the, or that lead sawtooth towards the end in the outro, it's almost like a well done, you've got there, you know, and it's
you've
like
made it.
Yeah, and I don't know where I've gone, but I fucking love it.
Yeah, I, like I was saying before the song came on, it just, all of their music, they have a very strong image or imagery to all of their music. Like the artwork is very important to the music and things like that. And like if you go to their Bandcamp, which we'll link below, you'll see they have a story for every album and things like that. And it's just, I love that approach to music making. It's like a holistic approach where every aspect of the production and the release itself all have some sort of role in the music.
Completely. There's a special place for that, so that's very nice. So yeah, nice one, brother.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I wanted to see your reaction when that bass comes in the first time, because first those drums hit you with those long decayed kicks, and then the bass just comes and you're like, oh shit, that's awesome.
Yeah, completely. That gives us an interesting point for you guys watching at home. We touched on this last episode. We don't know, would you like to see our reactions as we're listening to it live, or is that something you're not interested in? Let us know, because if we'd like to know the content that you want to see. We have very off the cuff and very honest reactions to these songs, and obviously right now we don't really show them because we are doing other things. But if you want,
we want to preserve the integrity of the song, put the highest quality up, and if we did it the way where we're capturing, you know, how we're listening to it on this recording, the quality is lessened because Curtis has to play it through his computer to me, and I'm recording it, so the audio is going through all kinds of quality diminishing captures, let's put it. So so that there is that trade-off, but yeah, we
can make it work. If it's something you're interested in, I mean, there's an edit or two that can be done, so just let us know and we can go either way. But yeah, for now, in the present moment, we'll move on to the final track of today, which is my one. I've been on a bit of a drum and bass trip for probably about the last month and a half, 2 months now.
Sounds about right.
One of our collab tracks that we've got coming out towards the end of the year. Sunwarper sent me a very nice lo-fi-ish beat.
It was like synthwave.
Synthwave. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, that's the one. Yeah. I'm getting mixed up. I was looking at the lo-fi one the other day actually, and I just flipped it into a drum and bass track. And
as you're supposed to. I mean, you know, if someone sends you synthwave, got to become drum and bass.
Exactly. I've always been doing down tempo, and I just wanted to, like I say, one day drum and bass. Been from around London, it's close to my heart. So I was like, I was going to give it a try. And yeah, so this is a particular guy that I've been following for a while. But I'll talk about it after. This is Energy Up by Vengent.
See
So that was Energy Up by Vengeance. So I can see where you're going with the whole D&B addiction you've got going on right now. That was sick. I love that bass at the end.
Well, again, I'm on a very similar wavelength to you. For me, it's all about that final bass riff when it comes in. It's just that mixture of MIDI bass and obviously quite overdriven and electric bass, essentially.
Yeah.
And it's just riffing it's just a riff, and it's a dope riff. I call it uplifting drum and bass. I don't know if that's an official thing or anything, but obviously the message.
Drum and bass,
there is liquid drum and bass, which is a whole.
I don't know how much it's changed, but I remember in like 2010 listening to it when I was in college studying, and it was like
it hasn't changed much.
Okay, well there we go.
I just love I love the energy from it, in the sense that it's a good message. It's about high vibrational energy. It's about being good to yourself and loving others and stuff. And then it's just got this sick, fast beat underneath. And it's just, after a day of doing what we do, where we're very ambient and down tempo, just stick it in your head. Just, it's fucking insane. I love it. You know? It's
called getting pumped up, my friend.
Exactly. I love getting pumped up in the morning. Like,
there you go.
They're just strutting on down. So yeah, that was Energy Up by Avengent. He's from London, and he's very kind of still a bit underground and stuff, and he is very gothic and very dark, but he's just all about love, and I love that. So yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's sick. I have nothing else to add. It was a really cool track. One thing to add, actually. I noticed the beat went halftime for a little bit near the end. That was really cool.
Yeah.
And I also noticed that, I guess I have something to say. I also noticed that, I think it was the first drop or something, where it would cut out the sound and have like that very loud drum hit, and then all the music would come back in. It kind of reminds me, I remember Rick Beato, that YouTube musician, was talking about the drums in Smells Like Teen Spirit from Nirvana.
Yeah.
He hits the first in the chorus, like he hits the kick and the crash before the beat. And then everything comes in, so it gives it this like sense of urgency. And while I think this one was probably on beat, it kind of has that similar sentiment where it's just giving all that. So when it like drops the sound, so when the sound comes back, it's giving all that energy you were anticipating. But now here it is, so it's like a gratifying moment or something. Really cool idea. I like that, because
I like it. And I feel like, we're going to see what happens when it comes to Summer Rays. So we'll have to see where we go. See. Maybe we should start a drum and bass collab group. Maybe that's what we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll see. But yes, that wraps it up for this particular broadcast of Binary Stars, episode 4. Thank you ever so much. If you've enjoyed it, let us know. And if you have enjoyed it, remember to maybe share, like, and subscribe, all that stuff. Because the more that you do, bigger this grows, and we like it because we want it to grow, because we care about what we do.
Well, we just love sharing music with you. And on that note, what have you been listening to lately? We'd love to hear in the comments what you've been vibing on. We always love finding new music. That's the whole point of the show. So we'd love to talk music with you. And thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, we'll see you next time. See you next month. Goodbye now.